Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is channel about knitting and I'm Dasha. If you are not subscribed yet to my channel, definitely subscribe not to miss any interesting and valuable for you content. In this video I would like to show you how to knit this gorgeous scarf. It is very long. It is a little bit more than 2 meters. And as you can see, it consists of two patterns. On the sides there is a rice pattern, and in the middle there is a cable. It looks like some double cable or something, but in reality it is just a regular cable. It's just the thing of construction of this cable, and I think that choice of yarn also played its role. I used Drops Design Merino Extra Fine, and if you will use the same structure of cable as me and use the same yarn, I'm sure that you will get the same result, such a rich, I would say, cable. And also there are fringes on the edge. I will leave a link in the description of the video to all the materials which I used. And also there will be table of content, so you can go to the episode in which you are interested the most. Let's start! I would like to give you guys some general information about scarf. In width it is 19 centimeters. In length it is 201 centimeter without fringes, and each side of fringes is around 10 centimeters. So together with fringes it will be 221 centimeters. The weight of this scarf, guys, is exactly 500 grams. I used exactly 10 pieces of this yarn, about which I will be talking in instruments and materials. Each piece is 50 grams, so I used 10 of them. Okay guys, let's traditionally start from materials and instruments which I used for this scarf. I will start from yarn. For my scarf I used Drops Merino Extra Fine. It is 100% merino wool. This is characteristics of this yarn. So this is color number 28. And this is proposed gauge for this yarn, but I had different one. And suggested size of needles is 4 millimeters, and I used exactly these needles. The example I will be showing you on this yarn, this is the same yarn, also Merino Extra Fine, just different color, and this is color 39 for those who want to use the same color of yarn. This is a very nice yarn. I already did one project in this yarn, headband. I will leave a link for you below in the description. It is very soft, and after washing it becomes even softer, and it doesn't bother your skin at all. So it is suitable also for projects for kids, for example. Next, what you will need for this project are obviously needles. I use, as always, my favorite needles, KnitPro Zing. And this is needles 4 millimeters. Okay, also you will need needle for cables. This is also KnitPro, from KnitPro, and I think it is size 3 millimeters or something like this. So use from, like, it shouldn't be too small, but it also shouldn't be too big. So around 3 millimeters, 3.5, 4, and till maybe 5 millimeters you can use cable needle. Also, you will need a hook for doing fringes, these fringes. And I use the same size as I took the needles. It is also from KnitPro Zing. And obviously you will need pair of scissors and measuring tape. I will leave for you guys links to all those materials and instruments in the description of video if you would like to use exactly the same stuff which I used. Now let's talk about gauge for this project, the density of knitting. My gauge is 10 for 10 centimeters, and it is 25 stitches and 39 rows. It differs from the gauge in the instructions to the yarn. So I had to, as I have more stitches than they, I had to take bigger size of needles. But I decided not to do so because I liked the density of knitting, and I decided to go with size 4 millimeters. In your case, it will be the same. If you will have more stitches than me for 10 centimeters, you will have to take higher size of needles. And if you will have too few stitches for 10 centimeters, you will have to take a lower size of needles. But again, it will be actually up to you if you will like what you will get then on trial piece, the density of your knitting, that it will be dense enough for you. I suggest you to go with the size which you prefer. And by the way, doing trial piece, I used, so this is gauge for pattern rice, which I used on the sides of the scarf. Let's move on now to the knitting, guys. Okay, we will start from cast on. You will have to cast on 67 stitches, 27 stitches will be for cable, and 20 stitches will be for sides along the cable. Okay, I will show you how I do cast on in this case, because it can differ from for different projects. In this case, I used 2 needles together because they are thin enough, and that's why we can use them together. Because if they would be a much bigger size, you will get 2 big stitches, and it won't be okay, of course. And by the way, I will cast on 47 stitches because I will just demonstrate you. So I will cast on stitches for the cable, and here for smaller pieces, because it will be just for demonstration for you. So here I will have 10-10, but you have to cast on 20-20. Okay. First stitch we will do like this. We put yarn like this, and now we take this side of yarn and put it into this loop. Okay, and we tighten it. This is our first stitch. Now we can put it on the needles. Okay, and now I will continue. You put yarn on fingers like this, and now we go left, pick up yarn from the left, and pick up yarn from the right, and go down and tighten. Okay, this is second stitch. Again, we go to the left, to the right, and down. And one more time. To the left, to the right, and down. Continue like this until you will have 67 stitches, and I will have 47 stitches, as I already mentioned. I already have all my stitches. And now I'm taking out one needle. Okay. And let's start. First 6 rows we will need in rice pattern like we have on the sides. And actually here I think I did maximum 2 rows, but I think that it will be better to start cable a little bit later, so we will avoid this cable tightens a little bit the project. Okay, so let's start. First row. First stitch we don't do anything with it, we just move it on the right needle. Okay. Control the size of the stitch because it can become bigger. So control it. Because of this, it is just first stitch. Now we're starting. Next stitch we will knit. I will show you how I knit and how I purl. I do it in Slavic method, and it differs from other methods, but you can use any method you know. I just want to show you mine because it's very simple and very straightforward in my opinion. Okay, so we moved first stitch, and now second stitch I will knit. I stick needle in the back side of the stitch like this. I pick up yarn and pull it inside. Next stitch we have to purl. In Slavic method it is like this. I stick needle in the front side of the stitch. I pick up yarn. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I pick up yarn, pull it inside and release. Next stitch will be again knit stitch. I again stick needle into the back side of the stitch, pick up yarn, pull it inside and release. Again, next stitch is purl stitch. I stick needle in the front side of the stitch, pick up yarn, pull it inside and release. As you understood, this row you will have to do one knit stitch, one purl stitch, one knit stitch, one purl stitch, and like this. I will show you two next stitches and then you will do it by yourself. Now we have to knit stitch again. Okay, knit. Now we have to purl. And so on, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. We will meet with you on the last stitch of this row. I will show you what to do with it. Okay guys, I knitted already the whole row and I have only last stitch left. Last stitches we will always knit. It doesn't matter which turn it is, knit or purl. We will do it in order to get such edge. Okay. We knit it. Turn our project. Now we are starting the second row. First stitch we again don't do anything with it, we just move it to the right needle, and we will do it always like this. Now, next stitch. The thing is that on the stitch which on the first row you knitted, and now you will have to purl that stitch, and the stitch which in the first row you purled, now you will have to knit it. And you actually also can distinguish by how those stitches look. So this stitch, it is purl stitch. When this stitch is purl, so we will knit it. Okay. Next stitch. Knit stitch looks like this, like it is. It looks. It's turned to you, and it looks like small cable. It means that knit stitch we will purl. Okay. Now again, this is purl stitch. So stitches which turned from you and look like this. This is purl stitch, and purl stitch we will have to knit now. Again, next stitch, this is knit stitch, which looks at you and looks like small cable, and we will purl it. And so on. Again, we see purl stitch, we knit it. We see knit stitch, we purl it. And doing like this, we will get this pattern rise. And we continue like this till the end of the row. Don't forget that the last stitch we always knit. I finished second row. Now we will start the third row. And it will be absolutely analogical to the second row. First stitch we just move to the right needle, and now we can see that this is purl stitch. It turned from us. Purl stitch we will knit. Okay, now this is definitely knit stitch. It is small cable and looks at us, and we will purl it. And so on. Again, this is purl stitch, we knit it. This is knit stitch, and we purl it. And so on, we continue like this the whole third row, and then fourth, fifth, and sixth row. So we have to knit like this 6 rows, and let's meet with you when you will finish the 6th row in the same manner. Now guys, after we knitted 6 rows of a rice pattern, we will start already pattern cable, which we will do in the middle. It consists of 8 rows, and after we will finish it, you will just have to repeat it starting from the first row of this pattern. And on the sides we will do as usually just a rice pattern like you can see on the scarf. First of all, we will knit rice pattern on the sides. In my case, I will knit rice pattern on 10 stitches and you knit on 20 stitches. So I move first a stitch on the cable, and where I see purl stitch I knit it. Oh, sorry. And where I see knit stitch I purl it. Okay, 5 stitches. Okay, I already have 8 stitches in rice pattern, so for me it's 2 more. Okay, so I did a rice pattern on my sides, and now in the middle, on the middle 27 stitches, I will purl all of the stitches. It doesn't matter how do they look, I will purl all of them. One, 2, 3, and so on. So let's purl those middle 27 stitches and meet with you again. Okay, I purled 27 middle stitches, and now on the side I will just again do a rice pattern. When I see purl stitch, I knit it. When I see knit stitch, I purl it, and so on. I do like this till the end of this row. Now we are on the second row of pattern cable. On the second row, on the sides, we as always do a rice pattern, and on middle 27 stitches we knit all of them. Okay, first stitch we just move it, and here I just do a rice pattern. Okay, for me 2 more stitches of rice pattern. And now I'm starting to knit all of the stitches in the middle, 27 stitches. and so on. Knit all the stitches in the middle 27, and on the side again do rice pattern. And we will meet with you on the next row. Now guys, we are on the third row of the cable, and on this row, on the side, we will always do, on the sides, both sides, we will do rice pattern, and on middle 27 stitches we will purl all of them. Okay, so first I do side rice pattern, and I did a rice pattern on the side, and I got to the middle, and I will just purl all of the stitches. And so on. Let's meet with you on the next row. Now we are on the fourth row of our cable, and we will do it like this. On the sides, as always, rice pattern, then we knit first 18 stitches, and then I will show you what to do next. So rice pattern on the side and knit first 18 stitches, or maybe I will show you. Okay, so on the sides rice pattern, and now I just knit first 18 stitches. And so on until it will be 18. Okay, I have knitted first 18 stitches, and here on the left needle I have those 9 stitches which left. Always calculate that you actually have here 9 stitches, because for example, I did mistakes couple of times, and I calculated wrongly, and it was not good. Now we turn our project. And we purl 9 stitches from this left needle. Three, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, better calculate that here you still have 9 purl stitches. Okay, I have 9 purl stitches in the middle. Turn the project once again. Now we need those 9 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we turn our project once again. And maybe, as you can already guess, we purl those 9 stitches from the left needle. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We turn our project once again. Now we will need already our needle for cables. Now I will need those 9 middle stitches once again, but using already this needle for cables. Okay. And that right needle is behind the project. And now make sure that this cable needle is in front of job, and this yarn is also here, not here, for example. This is important, so it is also all in front of the project. And now I will move 9 stitches from the right needle to the left needle. Just move without doing anything with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. And now I will move stitches from the cable needle on this right needle. Move without knitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now yarn you can put already behind the project. And now what we will do, we will have to knit those 18 stitches from the left needle. It will be a little bit hard to do on the first stitch, but then it will be okay. Okay. One we have. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and next 9 stitches we also knit. Okay, 9 stitches. With cable we finished for now, and 5. And on the side I just, as always, do a rice pattern. Let's meet with you on the next row. Now we are on the 5th row of the cable. And here on the sides we will do a rice pattern. In the middle, all 27 stitches we will purl, and on the second side it also will be a rice pattern. Let's meet with you on the next row. Now we are on the 6th row of the cable, and here on the sides we do a rice pattern. In the middle, 27 stitches we knit, and on the second side we also do rice pattern. So let's meet with you on the next row. Now guys, it will be the 7th row of the cable, and on the sides we do rice pattern. In the middle we purl 27 stitches, and on the second side we also do rice pattern. Let's meet on the next row. And now guys, we are on the last 8th row of the cable. On this row, on the side we knit a rice pattern, and then we knit first 18 stitches from the middle. Let's meet when I will already do rice pattern here and knit 18 stitches from the middle. I knitted first 18 stitches from the middle. Now we turn our project. We turn our project and we purl 9 stitches from the left needle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I purled 9 stitches from the left needle. Now we again turn our project. And we knit 9 stitches from the left needle. Okay, I knitted. Now we turn the project once again. And we purl 9 stitches from the left needle. We turn our project once again. Now we will need again a cable needle, and we will knit 9 stitches from the left needle using this cable needle. If your cable needle is smaller, a little bit in size than main needles, just make stitches a little bit bigger, like I do. Because if you will do it exactly like the size of this needle, they will be too small for this main needle on which you will move them. Okay, I knitted all these stitches. Now again, make sure that this cable is in front of the project and the yarn as well is here in front of the project. And now we will move 9 stitches from the left needle to the right needle without knitting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now stitches from this cable needle, we will move them on the right needle. One, two, 3, 4, 8, 9. And now only those side stitches left, and we just knit on them a rice pattern. So where we see purl stitch, we knit it, and where we see knit stitch, we purl it. Oh. Yeah, this first stitch is not easy. Sorry. Okay, now I will do it finally. Okay, finally. This one I purl. And the last stitch we, as always, knit. And this is it, guys. As you can see, you can see already cable is starting in the middle. Next row you just repeat starting from the first row of the cable. So on the side, on this both sides rice pattern, and in the middle you just purl all the stitches, and so on. And you will put this middle part of cable or to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, and in such way you will get such a beautiful cable. And after you do the needed, after you knit the needed length, in my case it was 201 centimeters without fringes, then you just knit, like here, six rows of rice pattern and close stitches. Actually I think I will knit now one more row and show you how to close stitches, just that you will have it all in one video. As I promised, guys, I knitted one more row of cable pattern. So it was the first row. I started it once again, and I will show you how to close stitches at the end when you will already have the needed length of your scarf. And we are doing it like this. I will knit every 2 stitches together. So I stick needle in the first stitch and in the second stitch. So I stick the needle in 2 first stitches and I knit them together. So I pick up yarn drag it inside and release. Now instead of 2 stitches we have 1 stitch. I put this stitch back on the left needle. And again I need 2 stitches together. I stick needle in those 2 stitches and I knit them and release. And so on. I put this stitch again on the left needle, back, and I knit those 2 stitches together and release. As you can see, we already have some edge. It looks very nice. Continue like this till the end of the row, and I will show you what to do at the end. Okay guys, I'm on the last 2 stitches. I will knit them also together. Okay, and you get this last stitch and you just drag it inside, and then you will just cut it. Cut this yarn, so you will get some tail, but don't cut it too short, because you can use it like the part of your fringe. So if you will have fringes around 10 centimeters, also leave it around 10 centimeters. I won't cut it because it's just an example for you. Okay, and as you can see, edge looks very nice. And that's all with closing stitches. And now I would like also to show you how to make those fringes. I will show you a couple of them, like an example. Okay, I have my piece. I have 2 fringes. My fringes are 20 centimeters. So I cut it. You have to cut a lot of pieces of yarn, 20 centimeters, if you want to have the same fringe as me. And I have 2 pieces cutted. So you take one yarn, fold it in half, like this. And now you will need a hook. And I will put fringe in each hole between columns of stitches, like I did here. It is absolutely up to you. You can put fringe in every second hole or in every third hole, like you wish. Okay, so I have first hole. I insert the hook. Now I make a loop and I drag this yarn inside the hole. Okay, I got a loop, and now I do like this and drag the rest of yarn inside the loop. I tighten the knot. And here we are, we got a first fringe. And I will show you one more. Fold it in half. I will find the next hole on the edge, insert there hook, pick up yarn with the hook, drag it inside the hole, and then drag inside the loop the rest of yarn and tighten knot, and so on. In such way you will get fringes. I have also separate video on how to make fringes. You can find it on my channel as well. And one more thing which I wanted to show you, when you will be changing balls of yarn, I advise you to make it in such way that the knot which you will have will be exactly in the cable from the back side, because then it is very easy to hide it inside the cable from the back side. Here I didn't do it yet, but I will do it, and it will be very, very easy to hide it here inside. Because here, if you will have that knot on the sides, it will be already more visible, I would say. Like, it will be fine, but it will be more visible already. And also I can show you how I usually change the balls of yarn. So for example, I have two yarns which I have to connect, old yarn and the new yarn. I put them together. I make a loop and I put that yarn from the down into the loop, and I tighten the knot, and it is very strong. For now I'm doing knots in order to change balls of yarn. And that's all, guys. I hope that you will get, I'm sure that you will get the same beautiful scarf and will be wearing it with pleasure in cold weather, and it will make you smile. And it will make you warm, first of all. So see you in the next videos. I hope you like this video. Give me thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave comments, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye, guys.